Hey guys, welcome back. Another day, another little video here just to walk you through a little bit about how I'm going to be presenting the course for you. This might hopefully just help clear things up. So come next week, you've got a good grip on how this is going to look and where to find some stuff. So I went back to an old course from a previous year. It looks very similar to ours, but they all look the same. But you'll notice that for this one, what how it works is I'll put the units or the weekly lessons in the news feed. And so right here I have, let's say this was unit 4, and so here's our lesson, something in the news feed. I talk about some stuff. There's a link to the lesson right there. Um, Lesson for unit 4. So you can click on that link and it'll take you there. There's also a link to the discussion, and there's a link to the fitness break. So it's all usually in links in the news feed for you. But you'll notice also that, like, for example, so if I click this, it takes me to the lesson and what the lesson looks like right here. Um, and then in the lesson, you'll notice that we have a bunch of different things, right? So there could be a bunch of written stuff. There's links to questionnaires. There's maybe some videos, um, all sorts of stuff. So you can, once you get a click on the lesson, then you get in there, and then this should take the bulk of your time. Let me go back to the content here, and I'll actually get out of content and go to the home page. But the when you get in, there's the lesson right there, but you can also find and access everything. If you don't want to go through these links right here, you're ever unsure, in my digital binders where you'll find everything. Now, again, at the end of this semester, this yours will look this full because I'll release them a bit at a time. But right now, like for example, if you went to unit, in this case, if I go to unit 4, all the stuff that you just saw in that lesson is right there. Here's the lesson, here's the questionnaire, discussion, fitness break, all of that stuff's there. If I click on this lesson, sure enough, it takes me to the same thing we saw with respect to that link I showed you earlier. Okay, so it's just a different way to look at it, different way to access it. Everything is always going to be in that digital binder. Um, and a lot of times, like I said, I will put it in the link. Right, I'll put a link right in there. My cat's apparently saying hi to you. So, um, so that's one thing about how the lessons are going to look and how you find things. So we're all on the same page. Make sure you go through them all. The videos, everything's been put in there for a reason. So watch everything that's in the lessons. The next thing I want to talk about is the discussion um, option, and we're going to have discussions a lot, and they are worth, like I said, 10 to 15% of your mark. Same with the fitness breaks. So they're very important, and you got to stay on top of them. It's not something you can come back and do at a later date. They're due when they're due. Now, the thing I want to talk about is when you get into a discussion, clearly you know how to make that post those discussions because you've been doing a great job with your introduction so far, and that's great. But when we get into the classroom discussions, there's going to be some opportunity there for people are going to maybe post responses to your discussion because that's the expectation is you're supposed to read all the posts and you're supposed to reply to some posts of your peers. If someone replies to your post, you should be checking. And if it also requires an answer, then you should get on there and answer that as well. So this isn't something where you log in on the Monday right away, go to the discussion, throw your one post in, and then never look at the discussion feed again. If that's how you do it, that will obviously affect your mark. So you need to be checking constantly. You need to be reading everyone else's posts. You need to be commenting on some posts, doing all those things necessary to stay engaged in this class. As we are online, the discussion feed is our opportunity to um, stay and communicate. That this is our form of communication with each other because we don't have the in-person piece. And so it is important, and you need to be aware of that. So please keep that in mind as you go through the semester. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully it might clears things up. We went through the Dropbox yesterday. We'll do some OneNote stuff tomorrow. There is a Padlet today underneath this that I'd like you to attempt. And that's your task for today. So just checking things off, getting ready for next week. Enjoy your day, guys. See you soon.